At that point of time, I never thought of Vriksha, and Kalpa Vriksha Vrindavana is there. Yes, quite. Then I was creating all sorts of symbolically. Then it so happened that I was doing what I call fantasy series, landscapes, and then I brought the tree to the middle, just like that. When I had my exhibition in Delhi, one of my friends came and said, "He's not an artist, but somebody else." Said, "Is it tree of life?" I said, "No." So I don't know what is tree of life. So no, there is a book, there is a very interesting thing called Tree of Life, and your painting reminds me of that. And so I went and bought that book. I can't remember the author's name, but I bought that book, and I found lot of things which is happening in my mind, what I was doing, has something to do with Tree of Life. And then it was fantastic for me. And but different religions, how Tree of Life was used by craftsmen, artists. Then I started Indian philosophy, how we think of Kalpa Vriksha and how we think of Kamajenu and all sorts of things. Bodhi Vriksha. So what the tree means to us, then I really studied some of these things. Then I called my series Vriksha series. That's how I started. One advantage I had also in those series, I could do shapes, very different shapes. Squares, rectangles, verticals, whatever I wanted, I could do. I could go from symbolism to abstraction. So almost for 10 years, I went on doing Vriksha in a very, very different. Some of them they don't even look like tree, but it is tree. So many people think that Vriksha is a very important journey in my art life. That's why when the book was published, more people suggested the name Vriksha. Anyway, that also grows from Vriksha always there. I got a farmhouse always called Vriksha. Vriksha has changed a lot. Vriksha, what I did in 1968-69 is different from what I did in 1979-80. But it has changed in many ways because from almost from symbolic to abstraction, I worked with the same thing. I called it Vriksha, but then you can't even see the Vriksha. But then my mind, I thought I was painting Vriksha. So it is taking a different shape, different techniques. And, so that's how it works. But I somehow feel that there is no necessity for you to paint something in the morning, something in the afternoon, a still life in the morning, a portrait in the afternoon, and a landscape in the evening. I think your mind has to grow in one direction, and that has gone in one direction. And so that has opened up many other things later. So I think from one series to another series, there's always a connection. It has to grow. It has to grow.